everybody, and welcome to your first lesson of this Spanish grammar course. I'm so excited today because I know we are going to learn too much together. Today especially we're going to learn one of the most important topics. We try to cover this topic slowly and step by step. But if you in any moment feel need to slow down, you can stop the video, take your notes, and then continue. So okay, this is the first topic. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are too important in Spanish because we use them frequently, especially when we are having conversations. Yeah? So maybe you are wondering, what are they? They're simple. They are words that serve to replace the subject and the sentence. We have here an example to see how they are working. For example, Luisa is very pretty. Luisa is a doctor, Luisa is in class. Then you have Luisa is very pretty, she is a doctor, and she is in class. If I ask you, what is the difference between the first sentence and the second one? Probably you're going to say, well, Deiker. And the second one, you can see she instead of Luisa. And that's right, because she will be the personal pronouns. Because that is the function of the personal pronouns. Replace the subject. The subject here is Luisa. But if we already know that name, if we already know that person in a context, in a situation, we can replace that person's names using a personal pronoun. Yeah? So, in this occasion was she, but there are several options to use them, or there are several options to represent personal pronouns. For example, I, you, we, they. Yeah? So now, changing that information into Spanish language, we can find the different personal pronouns in Spanish. For example, yo, tú, él, ella, nosotros, ustedes, ellos. We're going to cover each one by one. First, yo, él, ella. Yo is simple, means I, and you can use yo in example like yo soy Deiker, would mean I'm Deiker. Yo soy profesor, which means I'm a teacher, and yo soy de Venezuela, which means I'm from Venezuela. So it's simple. Yo. If I ask you, what's your name? How will you respond? Okay, good job. Then, él. Repeat with me. Él. Él means he. And you can use them in example like él es Mike, él es doctor y él es de España. So simple means he. He is Mike, he is a doctor, and he is from Spain. Then you can find ella. Ella means she. So you can say ella es Karen, ella es chef, y ella es de Colombia. So we have yo, él, and ella. Yeah? So one characteristic of personal pronouns is that they help us identify people without having to say their name, as we saw it. So we don't need to repeat the name if we already know the context, if we already know that person previously, the name of the person previously. For example, Mike es doctor. Mike es de España. Mike es inteligente. Why? Wow, we have a lot of Mikes here. So we don't need them. We can just say Mike es doctor, and then we can replace that subject name saying only él. Él es de España. Él es inteligente. You see, it's so easy. Same with a girl. We can say Karen es chef, Karen es de Colombia, Karen es pequeña. But the problem is we have too many Karens here. So instead of say Karen, 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 we can just say Karen, number one, to identify her, and then say Karen es chef, ella es de Colombia, ella es pequeña. You see? So the main function of the personal pronouns, remember, are replace the subject. So we can say Luis, or we can also say él if we already have the context. And we can also say Luisa, or we can also say ella if we already have the context. Both are possible. Both are right in Spanish. If I ask you, what will be the personal pronoun, the right personal pronoun for each case? In this first example, we have a guy. So this guy could have a name, but also could be, we have a girl here. This girl could have a name, but also could be, and we have this another girl. This another girl could have a name, or also could be. And finally, imagine this is you. How do you can represent yourself? You can say your name, or you could also say, good job.